Why would Daniel Ricciardo go back to Red Bull? The news is finally official. Daniel Ricciardo has signed a deal with Red Bull to be with the team from next season. But no, Danny Ric fans, it's not for a position we all would want for him. Instead, he's agreed to be the test and third driver for his old team, and with allowances for him to go and recharge his batteries too. The main question on a lot of our minds is, why are you going back though, Danny? Why would you return to a team where you were sick of being a number 2 driver only to go back as a number 3? Or number 4, some people are arguing, because Liam Lawson is in the team. There's plenty of factors at play here, so let's dive into them. First and foremost, he doesn't really have a say in where he goes. His performances haven't been anywhere near good enough at McLaren the last 2 years, and that would have made a lot of teams question whether the 8-time race winner is actually worth the big salary he's paid every year. This is something teams have to take into account too, not just comparing whether Oscar Piastri or Daniel Ricciardo would do better over a season, but also whether the extra, let's say £13 million per year you'd pay Danny would be worth the investment. In my opinion, it was an absolute no-brainer for McLaren to sign Oscar Piastri. He won Formula 3 and Formula 2 in his rookie seasons and has absolutely proved that he deserves a shot in Formula 1. Very much smells of a Russell, Leclerc, Norris kind of talent in the making. Back to Ricciardo now, and another reason he's signed with Red Bull is probably forward-thinking to 2024. Could Perez be replaced? Would Red Bull think about maybe putting him in the AlphaTauri at the very least? With Daniel back at the team, it gives him an amazing opportunity to show that he still has the talent from his previous stint at the team. Perhaps if he drives in a free practice at some point next year, that'll give the team lots of information as to whether he really does have a feel for this new generation of F1 cars. With the Aussie being in the team, it also puts pressure on Sergio Perez to fall in line and always play the team game. If more shenanigans happen between Verstappen and Perez, the team could always play the, well, we have Daniel Ricciardo in the team now card to put some pressure on the Mexican. The deal Mr. Smiley has signed is probably the best one when you actually think about what options there were for next year. None of the full-time race seats really made sense. Running for a low midfield backmarker team wouldn't allow him to recharge and clear his head away from F1, which I think after these 2 pretty woeful years at McLaren, he needs. Also, I imagine if he went to Haas, for example, and then started getting beaten by Kevin Magnussen, that would absolutely spell the end of his F1 career. The route he's taking allows him to work for a top team in Formula 1, stay in the conversation for a potential drive within Red Bull, and rebuild his self-confidence. Last but by no means least, another reason would be money. Daniel Ricciardo is as valuable off-track as he is on, and Red Bull absolutely understand this. They can use Danny as a bit of a PR puppet, using him for show runs, marketing, basically just making lots of fun content with him, whilst also taking the pressure off Verstappen and Perez. It's a win-win situation. There you have it, a look into why Daniel Ricciardo would go back to Red Bull after leaving. What do you think is the main reason he re-signed with them? Let us know in the comment section below.